Hello, you beautiful souls. We are going to do an heart opening experience. Together, we're going to dive into our heart, and together, we're going to set an intention and let go of whatever you need to let go, and open yourself up to love and open yourself up to being a better you, because maybe there's a pain inside of you that you're holding on to and you don't even realize it. Do you have a physical pain? Like every day, do you have a crick in your neck or a sore knee, a sore back, a sore leg? Well, then this one's for you. Do you have some emotions that you can't seem to get out of your body? Let's go into our heart center together and open up our heart center, okay? I love you so much. Bliss out with me. B is for believe in yourself, believe in love, and believe in life. L is for giving myself permission to love myself and take care of me first. I for intention and intuition. Follow your intuition as you set an intention for every moment. Live an intuitive life as you set intentions. S is soul spirits. We are all on this journey of life together, and let's embrace our souls and open up our spiritual hearts. S in bliss is sacred space. When you are here with me, it's a sacred space. You can leave all of your future woes and worries and all your past behind. Leave it all at the door. And here together, we are in this sacred space. Together, we are going to find a comfortable seat. And for me, I like to have a slight pelvic tilt. So if you have a blanket, grab your blanket and fold your blanket nicely. Because this is for you. We have a tendency of always doing everything so nice and neat for everybody else except for ourselves. So treat yourself kindly. I'm going to fold up my blanket and I'm going to put it here under my sit bones and give myself a slight pelvic tilt. If this feels good. If you feel like you really want to open your heart up and get some stuff out, if you need to lay in Shavasana, take that cozy little blanket and you can lay in our pose of surrender, Shavasana, to begin. I choose to sit up. Namaste. We are going to begin this heart opening movement and breath awareness with 3 Om sounds. Om is the primordial sound of the universe. Om is the sound of our soul. And Om will get us all connected as one. Begin by taking a nice deep breath into the belly. Let it go. Exhale. On the next inhale, breathe deeply into that lower belly one more time. Drop your jaw, melt down into your seat. Relax your shoulders, elongate your spine, and breathe out. One more deep breath into the heart center this time. Exhale, drop your jaw. Together, breathe in deeply into your heart center and release 3 Oms. Let it go. Free yourself from judgment. It doesn't matter what your sound is sounding like. Breathe deeply into the heart. Drop those shoulders, melt down. One more, breathe deeply into your heart center. Let go. Beautiful. Rest your hands on your upper legs. In this moment, we are going to find that space in between our heart center, our anahata. Our anahata is the spiritual heart. Keep with a nice soft gaze. Keep melted down and relaxed into this moment. And observe your breath coming in and out. Observe any emotions, any feelings, emotions, all your thoughts flowing. Observe them. In this moment, we are going to release ourselves from judgment of ourselves. Release ourselves from judgment of others. In this moment, we're going to melt into our heart center and open our heart up to love and let go of whatever it is we need to let go. Together, we are going to do the Nadi Sohana Pranayama. We're going to balance our solar and our lunar aspects, our heating and our cooling. And if you want a little more in-depth breath awareness, I posted a Nadi Sohana breath awareness. And this is the one where we are going to choose to do the hang 10 with either our pinky and our thumb, or put our ring finger and our middle finger and our pointer finger down, alternate nostril breathing. So back and forth. You can choose to put these two fingers on your third eye and breathe back and forth. So it's going to be inhale, exhale, inhale, pause. Exhale, inhale, pause. And when you pause, come up to your third eye and tune into that intuitive center. Together, find your alternate nostril hand positioning. I'm going to find my third eye. And through the left nostril, we're going to begin. Exhale. Inhale. Pause. Exhale. Inhale. Pause. Exhale. Inhale. Now at your own rate, exhale, inhale, plug, pause, release. With each exhale you take, allow yourself to melt deeper and deeper into your heart center. Exhale, inhale, pause in that third eye. Get in tune with your intuition, your intuitive center. Exhale, inhale. We're going to flow more organically for the next minute. And allow yourself to simply feel what it feels like inside of your body as we are balancing our solar and our lunar aspects of ourself. The Nadi Sohana Pranayama is a nice balancing breath awareness to help find that balance, cooling and heating and finding that balance. And if I didn't bring this up in the beginning, blowing your nose is always a great idea. I should have said that in the beginning. So blow your nose if you need to. And let it all go. Let it all flow. Gently flow in and out with your breath. Breathe deeply into that heart space. Now allow your hands to drop by your sides. And the next inhale, breathe deeply into that heart. This is the spiritual heart we are talking of. We are not speaking of the physical heart. It is that light inside of you, that part of you that feels all, the part of you that is truly compassionate, the part of you that is always loving and forgiving, the part of you that is truly grateful. Not yet. And in this moment, we are going to intuitively tune into the heart space. The next inhale, we're going to bring our hands to our chest, focusing on that heart center, opening up our heart. We're going to dive forward, rolling our shoulders into a bird robin's breath. Exhale. Shoot your spine up around your back, arms out to the sides, cactus if you would like to. Exhale, back together, curl your spine, press palms, touching palms, back to the heart center. Inhale. Together we're going to do one more together, and you're going to find 4 free robin's breaths. Exhale, dive forward, round that spine. Come up, open, squeeze those shoulder blades together. Find a cactus or just let your arms hang to the side. Back together, palms facing palms into your heart center. Freely flow with your breath as you inhale and exhale and find your bird breath. When you are ready, join me back at heart center, palms kissing palms, creating some space for energy. We're going to find a nice soft twist to the right side as we move our body into the right side. Point your fingers into the earth and twist. Draw that shoulder away from the right ear and breathe deeply into the side twist. 3 deep breaths into the navel. And 1 last deep breath into the heart center. Back to center, neutralize your spine. Roll those shoulders a little bit. Roll them back. Roll them forward. Find a little freeing movement here. Find a twist to your opposite side. Post your fingers behind you. Slightly grab the opposing knee. Turn your gaze to the side. Pull the shoulder away from the ear. Feel your side body open as you breathe deeply into your heart center 3 times. Allowing yourself to let go. Whatever it is that you're holding on to, in this moment, you're letting go. You're only here present with this breath. On the next inhale into the heart center, drop your jaw and exhale. Together we are going to twist around to our knees and find the earth. Connect your palms to the earth. Feet pointing up. We're going to find some cow and cats. Gently releasing your tail and your chin up to the sky on the exhale. Inhale, tuck your tail and your chin into your chest. Inhale as you exhale, round that spine, tail and chin, heart gazing forward. Tuck your chin and your tail together, exhale. Now find 3 freeing cow cats. We'll meet back. this next moment, allow yourself to find a freeing movement. Roll your shoulders, wag your tail. Bring your sit bones back onto the heels of your feet as you extend your arms out in front of you. Tune into your knees, tune into your pelvis and what feels good. If it feels good to bring for a deeper stretch, bring those knees further away. Keep those heels touching together. Posted up onto the fingertips. Tune into the spine and the neck. As you engage your core, breathe deeply into the heart space. Find strength as you root up through your fingertips, ground in through the points of your toes. Gently come down to your forearms. Find a devotional pose or a child's pose. Hands facing forward if it's more comfortable, or if it feels better to release your arms back behind you. Keep a nice space between the palms of your hands. Keep space between your fingers and breathe deeply. As you are in this devotional pose, gently roll your forehead from side to side on the mat, rubbing out that intuitive third eye center, releasing yourself. Releasing yourself. And allowing yourself to tune into that inner knowledge, that inner wisdom that lies deep within you. On the next inhale, we're going to come up together. Up on knees, knees facing knees. We're going to post our opposite foot laterally to the side of us, planting down into the earth. Slightly bend at the knees as you walk your opposing arm out to your side. As you walk out to your side, tune into your hip alignment over your rooted knee down, and allow your pelvis to elongate and stretch up the outer pelvis, pointing up to the sky. If you find your pelvis drooping in, point it up, raise your heart, post on your fingers, and find a nice stretch. Vertically stretching up, pointing your gaze up to the sky. And if this feels too deep, you can come down on your palm. And if you feel too much, go back onto your heel and you can come down onto your forearm. And you can find a nice lateral angle. Feel that stretch, make a nice line. And if you feel a little deeper and you want to go a little stronger, post back up onto that knee, checking into the alignment of your hips. And breathe deeply at this nice lateral stretch into that belly. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. On the next inhale, we are going to engage our core, squeeze our glutes and our lower back. Draw that arm down and really power up from that core, bringing your body strong and strengthened. Sliding the opposite arm down the opposite leg, raising the arm up high to the sky, and feeling the nice balancing effects. Elongating the side ribs, breathing through the side ribs. We're going to find 3 root chakra pranayamas. A nice soft inhale and extending the exhale. Pushing that exhale deeply out. Engage your core. Bring your opposing arm back down to the side. Walk your arms down as you engage your core. Hinge at the hips. Tuning into that opposing foot. Checking into your mat and feeling how your body feels coming back down. Just a nice lateral cow and cat. Squeezing those elbows in together. And the same thing, tail and chin goes up to the ceiling. Squeezing tail and chin up. Find 3 lateral cow cats. Raise that heart, shine up with a nice root chakra breath. Nice soft bend in the hind leg. touching knee. Bouncing back onto our opposing side. Post the opposite foot laterally out with a nice soft bend in the knee. Tuning into your pelvis and your knee alignment. And if it feels good to stay down, you may sit back on your knee and stretch down onto your forearm with a nice vertical stretch up. Breathe deeply. If you're feeling you want something a little bit deeper and stronger, pose up, checking into that alignment. Posting down on the fingertips or palms of your hands. Facing that pelvis out, engaging the core and shining your heart with some nice deep heart breaths. Shine into your heart. Feel the strength. Feel your body pushing against the earth and the earth pushing against you. On the next breath, come down onto your palm for a nice lateral stretch, keeping a soft bend in that elbow and a soft bend in that knee, tuning into the alignment of your body with a nice soft gaze up where your gaze might be gazed down. And if you're down on that back knee, that is fine. Find the stretch, find your happy edge, that space between too much and not enough. We're going to gently walk. We're going to power up through our core, engage our core and our lower back, and pull your body up. Engaging, using those muscles that you have within you. Even if you think they're not there, they are there. You have those underneath. Sliding down the opposite leg, finding a nice balance. Opening up the opposing side rib. Stretching up high. Tuning into the pelvis. If your opposing hip is falling down, use your glutes and squeeze back up as you keep a soft bend in that hip and elongate that arm. Breathing deeply into the side ribs. Exhale, pushing, shining your heart space all around you. On the next exhale, come down. Hinge forward at the hips. Your hips are your headlights and you're pointing them forward. Hinging forward gently, coming down to the ground. With some nice freeing cow cats. Tucking the tail and the pelvis in. Exhale, inhale. Find 3 freeing cow cat, lateral cow cats. Beautiful job. Your heart is working so hard, and I'm so proud of you for showing up and being here for yourself. It's not always easy showing up for ourselves. Knee to knee, sitting back on heels. Just take a moment. Take a moment to tune back in to that intuitive space. Maybe going back to the intention of why we are here. The intention of opening up to love. Allowing yourself to feel whatever sensations you're feeling. Your body's feeling warm. Your spine is slowly starting to warm up. Your hips are warming up. And giving your body gratitude for being here, for showing up. Thank you, body. Thank you. In this next moment, we're going to flip over back onto our knees, post our hands facing the front side of our mat, pitching up onto our hind legs into a downward facing dog. In your downward facing dog, allow your legs to gently walk out. Move, shine your heart down through your legs, and go down to the earth as far as feels good for you. Downward dog. Power up through your shoulders, pushing your ears away from your shoulders. Point your right foot high up into the sky, tuning into that rootedness in your hands and your feet. Squeezing that chin and tucking into your knee to your chin, and then stretching back up. Tucking straight back in, forward, down to a pigeon pose. Allow that back foot to fall. Feel the stretch on this hind leg on the foot and what feels good. Feel the alignment of the hip and the knee facing the forward side of your mat. your shoulders. And if it feels good for a lesser stretch, bring that foot closer in towards your pelvis, into your pubic bone. And if for a deeper stretch, push back on that hind leg. And if you need to, if you find this space, which I find, take your blanket and put it underneath that hip until you find that comfortable space. And allow yourself to walk your arms down here. And take a breath right here as you breathe deep. Releasing yourself from any need to judge or think ahead. Allowing yourself to open up and feel whatever your body wants to feel here in this moment. Some deep reflecting breaths resting on your hands. On the next inhale, we're going to come back up, post onto the tippy toes. Bring that opposing leg back up into downward facing dog. Together we're going to rock from our tiptoes forward, tiptoes and back, posting that butt high into the sky, pushing those shoulders away from the mat. On the next inhale, we're going to bring that opposing leg all the way up and back, tucking the chin into the knee, bringing that foot right back up to a nice lateral stretch, knee back up for a side pigeon to find some balance in this pigeon pose. If it feels good, take that opposing mat and put it, take your blanket and put it under your opposite butt cheek. And for a gentler stretch, you can bring this foot in closer to bring your heel into your pubis bone. Or for a deeper stretch, just adjust yourself how you need. And you can feel that nice stretch in your quads as you walk down and really get that nice stretchness out. You rest your hands right here on your arms. Breathe. Some nice deep expansive breaths here. Feel the compression between your stomach and your thigh. Shining your heart up, creating space all around you from behind and on the sides of you. On the next inhale, we are going to come back up onto our hands. Back up, post on those toes, pushing back strongly into your downward facing dog, walking our legs out. On the next inhale, we're going to raise our right leg, tucking our knee in between our hands for Warrior Virabhadrasana 1. Warrior 1, tuning into the feet. So we're going to reposition. This back leg is going to be closer, facing the side angle of the mat. A slight bend in this knee, tuning into your hips, pointing your hips to the short edge of your mat. Looking down to your knee. If you have bent your knee all the way past when you gaze down to see your toes and see no toes, you've gone too far. If you see all of your toes, find just that slight peak of that large toe as you power up through the core, stretching, elongating that back. And exhale. Warrior Virabhadrasana, finding that strength, soft bend in that leg. Breathe deeply. Power back down. On the next, down into downward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Opposite leg straight up to the sky. Tucking into the chest. Back up one more time. Posting into a runner's lunge. Where this time we're going to draw that hind leg in slightly as we power up. Tuning into this foot, the opposite foot, facing a 45-degree angle to the mat. Your front-facing foot is going to be pointing forward of the mat. Tuning into the pelvis, both hips turning towards the short edge of the mat. Elongating those arms, stretching out high. Pushing up and powering up through that hind leg, stretching through the crown. Exhaling, peeking down to see that very little bit of that front that toe, the big toe. If the toe is all the way covered up, you've gone too far. If you can see it all the way, you need to readjust. Shining that heart on all corners of the entire room, powering up. Inhale as you exhale. Arms down. Inhale. Exhale. We should have done this on the other side. We should have. Exhale. Back down to the earth, engaging the core, pelvis hinging forward. Downward facing dog. Yesy. Onto the knees to a nice neutral tabletop. Allow yourself to wag it out and free yourself here. Little freedom. Find that freedom. We're going to find a soft devotional pose as we tune back into our intention. As we open our heart up. Find your strength and post back up, butt up in the air, downward facing dog as you walk your feet out. Bringing down into a plank, holding here tightly into this plank. On the next inhale, we're going to rock forward and plant our right foot up, dropping our heel down in the opposite direction. Powering up, windshield wiping our arms over to the side. Virabhadrasana 2, the warrior 2. Power forward, checking through your hip alignment, taking the outer hip and bringing it back, shoulder back. Finding that inner strength, strengthening up through the spine and the core, strengthening up. A reverse warrior, coming back. Stretching opposite, bending back, and bringing that strength forward and back. Whatever feels good, find a free movement here. Forward. You can even go the opposite direction. Feet facing forward, opposite out. Foot facing back. Coming back down into that runner's lunge, rearranging that hind leg forward, hands planted down into the earth, into a downward facing dog, tying foot facing the short edge of your mat. As you windshield wipe your arms up and power up into Virabhadrasana 2, tuning into the alignment of your feet and your knees, powering up through your core, tuning into the hips, keeping the hips and the shoulders facing forward. As you find that strength, you are the warrior. Deep, expansive breaths here. Find the stillness as you're shining your heart all around this space. Coming back up, find a lengthening movement, opening that side rib, coming back down, bending forward, straightening that back leg, coming back up. Exhale. Find a reverse warrior. Exhale. As you come down, still tuning into the pelvis and the shoulders, up and down. Up and back. Feel the generosity and the fluidity of your body that it's giving you right now. So gently coming back down, repositioning that hind leg forward as we're hinging forward, moving our hips, engaging our core, planting our hands down towards the mat, posting our butt up into the air, downward facing dog. As we come to our knees, take a nice soft bend. And in this moment, we are going to find a movement, a free movement of whatever feels good for you. Whatever it is that feels good for you. Just move your body in the way that it wants to be moved. I've been working on my handstands and really trying to work at getting my hips up. So I'm just going to practice pushing. If you can't think of a movement, I'm going to be wrapping my fingers around each other and planting my forearms into the mat and practicing walking my butt, my hips up and powering off through the earth and pushing my head away from the earth. rocking back and forth. Shaking is good. Walking back down, I'm going to find myself a nice plank. Allowing my knees to sink down. I'm going to take a nice devotional child's pose, whatever feels better for you. Grounding down, allowing your body to rest. Resting here in your devotional pose. On the next inhale, we're going to bring our feet, our butt up to our sit bones, swinging our sit bones around the side. Finding our sit bones, and we are going to gently release all of our vertebrae onto the mat like they were a string of pearls, gently, one by one, releasing them to the mat. And last is your shoulders and your head. And release here. Stretch your legs out. Elongate your arms above your head and feel the gentle stretch of the lengthening of your vertebrae, the lengthening of your legs and your fingers and your neck. And let's return to that Ushaka breath. A nice inhale and exaggerated exhale. Take 2 more Ushaka breaths. Raise chakra. Melt down. On the next inhale, we're going to bring our right knee up into our chest, hugging it into our tummy as we interlace our fingers. Pointing the opposite toes. I imagine there was an invisible wall and you're powering through them as you keep a soft bend at the knee. On the next inhale, we're going to tuck our forehead or our chin into our knee. And take one nice exhale here. Exhale. Release back to the mat. Take one more of these. Tuck your chin or your forehead in. Inhale. Exhale. Release. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Release. Gently release your knee back down to the earth. Raising your opposite knee up to your chest, squeezing it and hugging that tummy into your body. Pointing your feet both. Imagine that you're powering those 4 points of your foot on the imaginary wall in front of you. Hugging and tucking your chest, your knee into your forehead or into your chin and releasing down. Doing this 2 more times. The next exhale, we're going to let both of our legs drop. And together we are going to bring both of our feet up and tug both of our knees up into our chest. We're going to find a nice soft side rock. Massaging that lower back into the mat. Feeling the openness of your heart center. Feeling your body really melting and relaxing here into this moment. On the next inhale, we're going to tuck our chin or our forehead into our knees. And find a nice deep inhale and exhale as you engage the soles of your feet pointing outwards, toes pointing up. Exhale, draw down. Let your body rest. On the next inhale, we're going to bring both of our knees up to our chest, putting our arms into a T and allowing our knees to rotate to the opposing side. Bringing your head to the left or straight up, whatever feels good. If you feel one of your shoulder blades coming off of the earth, just take your blanket, or if you happen to have a yoga block, you can put that under there too. because you really want to feel your shoulder blades rooted and connected to the earth, and the opposite hip connected to the earth, as you're feeling that nice gentle twist in your lower spinal area. You can really feel that, and for me, I can really feel it up here in this upper leg, and it feels amazing. Take a nice deep breath into that leg space. Let it go. Engage your core, power your knees back up to your chest, and do the same thing, rolling your knees in the opposite direction. And if you need, put that blanket or that block under the opposing knee. And stretching those arms into that T and feeling the compression of the side body and the expansiveness of the opposing body. And really breathe deeply into the side body and the spine. To the sky, planting our feet down into the earth for one soft little bridge. So you can leave your arms straight by your sides and just do a slight little engaging your core, tucking in your pelvis, pulling up those glutes, and just bringing that booty up. And feel your heels. For me, my heels, I want them within like where my reach is. If they're too far forward, it's not helping my body. If they're too far back, I'm hurting my knees. So feeling that little goodness right there. And if you're feeling it, just for one last nice little back extender, you can power up through those heels, power up through the points of your toes, and lift your pelvis up into the air and shine your heart up and feel the strength as you squeeze your thighs together, engage your core, planting your palms and your soles into the earth, really shining your heart in all directions. And if it feels better, you can also raise your arms up to your sides for a little bit of a deeper, more challenge. On the next inhale, exhale, lower your arms, softly lower your booty back down to the earth. And let's do 2 more small ones. So just little, come up, just a bitty, a baby bridge. Find a baby bridge, and I'm gonna find a little side swivel in my baby bridge, because that feels good. Make sure you're engaging your core, keeping a healthy spine. You drop down. And one more. Engage that core, find a little happy little dance. And dropping as you engage your core, allowing your butt to melt back into the earth. Now that we're in baby mode, we're going to come into happy baby. And if it's more comfortable, you can grab your big toes, you can grab the insides of your feet, or if it's more comfortable, you can grab the outsides of your feet. Whatever feels good. So bringing and squeezing those thighs up and pushing your knees away from you and feeling a nice massage of that middle back and really feeling free. I'm sure you've seen this at a happy baby, just rocking and swaying back and forth with their heart open and just being so carefree. Take a deep inhale in that space that we're creating around our heart. And exhale. Take 3 more happy babies. Really allow yourself to melt and smile. Let yourself smile, because this is truly, it feels really happy. It's delicious, amazing. Okay, gently allow yourself to let go with your hands. Engage your core as you bring your feet back down to the earth. And for our final pose of surrender, Shavasana. Allow your arms to drop by your sides. Allow your legs to freely drop. This is truly the pose of letting everything go. Your heart is fully exposed in all corners and centers and aspects of the room. I'm going to come back up to sitting. Stay in your Shavasana. Allow yourself to release. Allow yourself to truly let go as you melt down. Feel the feelings inside. as I read from Deepak Chopra's 7 Spiritual Laws of Success. Relinquish your attachment to the known. Step into the unknown, and you will step into the field of all possibilities. In your willingness to step into the unknown, you will have the wisdom of the uncertainty factored in. This means that at every moment of your life, you will have excitement, adventure, mystery. You'll experience the fun of life, the magic, the celebration, the exhilaration, the exaltation of your own spirit. Every day you can look for the excitement of what may occur in the field of all possibilities. When you experience uncertainty, you're on the right path, so don't give up. You don't need to have a complete and rigid idea of what you'll be doing next week or year, because if you have a very clear idea of what's going on to happen, you'll get rigidly attached and you'll shut out the whole range of possibilities. Continue to melt deep into this pose. Truly allow yourself to surrender. For the next 3 minutes, we are going to lay in surrender. Time to gently come back into your body. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, gently move your feet. It's time to come back. When you are ready, roll onto your right side. Curl up into a ball, into a fetal position. And when you are ready, with your opposite arm, help yourself up. As you are feeling the feelings you are feeling, raise your hands to your heart center in prayer, pressing firmly up against your chest, raising to your third eye. Namaste. Thank you. Bliss out. May the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. May the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on.